rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit, subscribe,
Thanks for giving us more, Hasbro. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends box set on the Toys R Us exclusive Marvel's A-Force. I did pick these up at San Diego Comic-Con, but you will be able to also pick them up at your Toys R Us store near you. You get this Velcro tab on the right side. You can see all the figures right over here. We get 6 of them. And we have the 6 characters on the left side right over there, and we have bios for each. If you want to read the bio on Sif, you can go ahead and pause it now. And then on the side we get these very nice images again, and then on the back you can see this whole setup looking very cool. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's Lady Sif out of the packaging, looking very beautiful. I really like this figure a lot. This is one that I was really looking forward to. Another one where I'm just really stoked that we're getting this character in action figure form. We are seeing reused parts from Angela, which I think was a very smart move. But anyway, let's get a closer look at her one accessory over here, and then we'll get a closer look at Sif. So here's a look at Lady Sif's sword, and it looks pretty solid. I mean, not a whole lot to say. We get flat gray plastic over here. I wish it was a little bit shinier than it is, and it looks like the wrap didn't make it all the way on that side, but other than that, it looks fairly so on that. Yep, that side as well. So yeah, both sides could have been done a little bit cleaner. It looks like one of the swords that we got from Spiral from many years ago, except this looks way cleaner. I mean, look at the tip of it. It looks a little bit better. So, I don't know, yeah, looks like it's the same sword from Spiral. And she does have a little bit of a holster on the right side of her hip right here, so you can see we get a little loopy, and then you can just get her storing her sword like so. I don't have a whole lot to say as far as the history of Sif. I do know that she's based off of the Norse god Sif, so that's kind of that. And I kind of learned through my Wikipedia search that she only shows affection for those that wield Mjolnir or other type hammers. So she had a thing with Better A Bill. I did not know that. That's kind of interesting. But she's also had many costumes that resemble the costume that we're seeing right here on this figure. They're all kind of slight variations here and there, but they're mostly, you know, sporting white and red. But I think this is actually supposed to be more silver and red, except for the crest right here, which I actually think looks very good. You know, we get this nice looking flat white right over there. I like her face a lot. The lipstick looks good. The eye paint came out very clean. I dig the flesh tone as well. A little strip of red right over here looks pretty clean to me as well. I like how her black hair looks. Looks very good. Very nice sculpt, you know, it's just solid black. Then looking at the rest of the figure, I really think that they should have used more silver than white. I don't know. I just think it would have made it pop more. And I really like this whole fluffy part right over here. You know, this collar thing that goes all the way around. I think that's really neat. I love that variation of white and blue. I think that looks awesome. So I really dig that part a lot. It does kind of hinder articulation, and there's nothing really holding it together aside from it just resting on her shoulders. So articulation wise, it is frustrating to deal with. We also get this skirt piece right over here, you know, that has the sheath attached to it, so you can move that up and down as you'd like. These are all very soft. We get reused parts from the Angela figure, as you could tell obviously with the forearms and the hands right here, as well as the legs. We've seen these legs before, and they're great looking legs. I like them, you know, all sheathed over here with all these little plates and stuff like that. Even though I would like to see more color variation, but it doesn't look too bad. You get the peg holes underneath the feet, get the strap right over there that's left over from Angela. I don't think she's supposed to have that. Nice looking Sif Nalgas. On the back we get some white paint right over there. I do think that this upper torso is a little on the small side compared to the rest of the body, but just by a little bit. Not a whole lot, you know. I still think for the most part it looks pretty good. So the articulation on this figure is actually pretty good, but also difficult with this cape over here. First off, she can't really look up with the cape attached. You have to remove that to get her looking upwards. So you take this off, and then you can see that the hair will contour to the shape of her back a little bit, so she can look up just a little bit. She'll look down quite a bit, and you can get her looking left and right, and you get some head tilt. But when you add the cape back on here, because of this, you know, this whole blue and white fluffy piece on the side, it'll make her kind of look down into the side, so that's a little frustrating. Shoulders, well, you can see it's like moving the cape up. We'll move outward that much, and up and around. I mean, if you want to take the cape off, and yeah, so you get the single jointed elbow, which I love, and then you also get a swivel right here, swivel at the wrist, and on the left hand it has a roll of the dice motion, and you can see it hinge side to side right there. On the right side it hinges up and down, but kind of blocked right over here by this little piece, which which is kind of tricky to see. You get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. You get diaphragm pivot. She moves forward a little bit and back some. You get the hip joints that move outward that much, and she will kick forward that much. It's kind of a funny pose. And she'll kick back not much at all. Upper thigh cut, and then she has the double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, they move up, and she does have ankle pivot. I really like these things. They're all like nice and soft. Oh no, her head. Now to measure out this Sif figure, you can see she's standing just a little under 7 inches tall. And then here's Sif next to Angela, and you can see even though that they do share a lot of parts like the legs and the arms right over here, they have different torsos, so that makes Angela just a little bit taller. And then of course I have to show Sif next to the mighty Thor, and she looks pretty good next to Thor over here. I'm happy to have her in my collection. And then here's Sif next to the other figures from this box set that I've already reviewed. We have She-Hulk, Elsa Bloodstone, and Monica Rambeau. And comparing her to your average 6-inch scale figure, here she is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man.
You don't even remember the names of your own mascots anymore, Shartimus. Let's get back on track, okay?
And I'm very happy that she is taller than your average male figure over here. That's how tall I think she should be. And here's Lady Sif in a fairly dynamic pose without the cape on, just because the cape really does hinder the articulation quite a bit. Even though I do think she looks better with the cape on, and that's how I have her displayed on my shelf, with the cape on in a fairly less dynamic pose than this. So I do like the figure, but I got problems with it, man. I wish a lot of these white parts over here, I wish they were silver instead of white, and of course I wish we had double jointed elbows. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but they keep repeating this mistake, and I do consider it a mistake because figures with the double jointed elbows look just fine, female or male. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of the figure, let me know what you think of the review. Please hit that subscribe button for more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way. If you have not hit the notification bell, please do so to ensure that my videos are showing up in your feed. As often, videos won't show up in the feed even though you're subscribed. Very frustrating, man. So yeah, help me out by hitting that notification bell. And you can also help me out if you're in a position to do so on the Patreon account. Thanks to all these people right over here on the big blue wall. I thank you so much for your support. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, it's all over at marvelousnews.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to all the things in the description below. I'll catch you guys later.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a sip, my shot, your face, a sip, my shot, your face.